So I think without too much more ado, I should introduce our first presenter today, who is Jie Tan. She's a second-year PhD student in marketing. Her supervisor is Mingming Cheng, Professor Mingming Cheng from the School of Management Marketing in the Faculty of Business and Law.
Hi, I'm Jie. My project is visualizing human trafficking trails through social media data. This project is led by Professor Mingming and supported by Dr. Ash. So what is human trafficking? According to United Nations, human trafficking is a crime that involves recruiting, transporting, or controlling individuals through coercion, abduction, fraud, or deception for exploitation. Here are the 8 most common forms of human trafficking, such as forced labor or sexual abuse. One key aspect of human trafficking today is the use of social media. Social media has become a powerful tool to target and lure victims due to its ability to reach vulnerable individuals across different regions and languages, and the lower risk of detection by authorities. Currently, there have a lot of research on identifying and combating human trafficking activities. However, most of them focuses on the exploitation stage, paying little attention to recruitment, particularly online recruitment. Limited research on online recruitment relies on interviews with victims or organizations, making it difficult to monitor human trafficking activities on social media. To address this gap, our project aims to reveal and visualize human trafficking trails on social media. Specifically, we first identify the geographical patterns and the dissemination strategies of online recruitment, and then develop a 3D visualization that presents an interactive and clear multi-layer network. Our project follows a 4-step process. First, preparation. We determine key characteristics to identify human trafficking-related posts. Then we collect and filter data to find posts most related to human trafficking. Next, a network analysis was used to analyze the selected posts. Finally, 3D visualization was designed to present the findings. There are the specific characteristics we identified to help select human trafficking-related posts, all derived from previous research. These include highlights of high salaries and easy jobs, unclear job descriptions, attractive benefit promises, large-scale recruitment across multiple positions, fast communication with hidden contracts, urgency in decision-making, and repeated postings. The next step is data collection. We collect data from TikTok, a widely used platform for online recruitment. Suspicious posts are manually reviewed and selected. Then all selected posts undergo a second round of view and verification. And we've removed the lower suspicious posts. In the end, we rated 519 posts from 195 distinct users. Next, we move on network analysis. To identify geographical patterns, we construct and analyze 3 networks: the potential trafficking routes network, the user-to-trafficking source network, and the user-to-trafficking destination network. For dissemination strategies, a hashtag co-occurrence network was constructed. This slide presents the potential trafficking route network. Then those represent countries mentioned as trafficking source or trafficking destinations in the social media posts. A link is established when a source and a destination are mentioned in the same post. Each user's mention of a specific source destination pair is counted only once. On this slide, the left graph highlights trafficking source, while the right graph highlights trafficking destination. From these two graphs, we observe that the United Arab Emirates is central in both networks. Key trafficking sources include the Philippines, Nepal, India, Pakistan, Kenya, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and Uganda, while the primary trafficking destinations are Gulf countries such as Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Kuwait. Additionally, Europe, particularly Poland and the UK, as emerging trafficking destinations, also mentioned by some users. The most common potential trafficking routes lead from the Philippines, Nepal, India, Pakistan, and Kenya to the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. This is the user-to-trafficking source network. Nodes represent individual users or trafficking sources. A link is established when a user mentions a specific source in their posts. Each user-source connection is recorded only once. From this graph, we can see that India, Nepal, and Pakistan often appear together in the same user's posts, as shows the purple O module, indicating that these countries may share similar recruitment strategies or routes. Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates, the Philippines, and the Kenya are frequently mentioned by many users, with most of users focusing on only one of these countries. This suggests that trafficking activities in these countries may be more organized and targeted. Additionally, some users, such as 106, are connected to multiple source regions, indicating broader recruitment efforts. This is the user-to-trafficking destination network. Nodes represent individual users or trafficking destinations. A link is established when a user mentions a specific destination in their posts. Each user destination connection is recorded only once. From this graph, we observe that the United Arab Emirates and Qatar were frequently mentioned, indicating their role as major trafficking hubs with high inflows. The blue module lists common destinations such as Canada, Norway, Finland, and Eastern European countries like Poland and Croatia. These destinations are mentioned together by the same users, suggesting that traffickers may be using a more covert or less prominent trafficking routes. Some users, like user 136, mention five or more destinations, indicating they are expanding in recruitment across multiple regions rather than relying on a single route. This is the hashtag co-occurrence network. Nodes in this network represent individual hashtags extract from social media posts. A link is formed when two hashtags appear in the same post. The most frequently, two hashtags co-occur. The secret line between them, hashtags of the same color, represent that they frequently appear together. From this graph, I observe that frequently appearing hashtags tend to share a common theme. For example, hashtags in the purple module focus on target recruitment to the United Arab Emirates. Those in the green module all emphasize viral content and broader exposure. Hashtags in the orange module relate to domestic neighbor recruitment, and those in the blue module consist of personalized hashtags. This indicates that potential traffickers frequently combine multi-similar hashtags to reform their message and ensure visibility. Overlap between modules, especially between the purple and green modules, suggests that potential traffickers strategically mixed targeted recruitment hashtags with viral content to expand their post reach and engagement. After network analysis, Unity was used to design a 3D visualization that integrates key elements into a multi-layered and interactive network. In this network, the red nodes represent active users who are most likely to be potential or human trafficker. Green nodes represent frequently used hashtags, and blue nodes represent highly targeted countries, which are key points in the geographical patterns. The link in the visualization shows important connections between nodes. For example, a link between a user and a hashtag means that the user has used that hashtag in their posts. Additionally, we can explore specific details by filtering based on users' roles, users' locations, and specific sub-networks. Here is an example of filtered results after selecting users-based locations in the Philippines. The network highlights 6 users linked to 12 hashtags and 4 countries, and there has different patterns. For example, user 5 and user 134 do not emphasize any specific trafficking source or destination. User 69 focuses on domestic worker recruitment, targeting the Philippines as a trafficking destination. In conclusion, our project identified key geographical patterns and dissemination strategies related to potential human trafficking on social media. Using this data, we developed an interactive 3D visualization to present these insights, making them easier to understand and use. Based on our findings, we will recommend closely monitoring recruitment posts mentioning high-risk countries and trafficking routes, tracking hashtags that combine job-related terms with viral content, and posts involving multiple countries or regions. Additionally, we suggest implementing a verification system for job postings and recruitment agencies, along with risk notifications for unverified listings to better protect job seekers from exploitation. For future research, we suggest expanding the dataset by increasing the sample size, incorporating data from multiple social media platforms, and analyzing user behavior such as user history to improve the identification of trafficking patterns. Additionally, we recommend enhancing the 3D visualization by refining the network layout and highlighting key entities dynamically to improve clarity and interactivity. Finally, I sincerely appreciate Professor Mingming Cheng, Dr. Ash, Dr. Michael, and Curtin HIVE and the Social Media Research Lab for support and contributes to this project. Thank you for listening. Any questions?